there's going to be smoke in the frame, and it looks like we're smoking, but it's just incense.
Gotta make that ass clap like a no.
Sing it.
I don't know how it goes. High fashion.
Hello, and welcome to Staying Up with Cami and Taryn. I'm Cami.
And I'm Taryn, and every week we, except for last week, no, whatever.
No. And every night we have a sleepover, but once a week we invite you to join us, but we did not last week. Thanks for staying up. I don't fucking know.
Guys, what's so kooky about? We missed you, first of all. Hello, peepees.
Hello. Thank you for bearing with us.
Peepees of the world.
As we had to take a week off. We were not planning for it. We did not want to.
We almost took this week off.
Yeah, if we're being fully transparent, we just had like a 10-minute convo of like, do we just do it or do we not?
We had a team meeting where we said, look, kid. Look at me, kid.
Look, right here.
What do we do? Well, first of all, I said, of course, in us fashion, I said, what are we doing for dinner?
Yes.
And then we worked our way back from there. We decided we wanted to eat out, but we could only eat out if we first recorded the pod.
Yeah. We have been having an internal struggle of like, I know, I really stumbled over. We had an internal struggle. A leaf on my arm. Yeah. Oh my God.
If you can't see us from the backyard.
Leave me alone.
Nice.
Thanks. We have a balance of like, are we just like not really in the mood to record because we don't want to have to like get all the equipment out and do it, or is it going to be a bad recording?
Yep.
And last week, if you saw on either mine or Taryn's socials, you saw that our basement flooded.
Our house is working against us.
It is working against us.
Are we talking funky?
I think a little bit, but we just got to keep rolling with it. I can't. It's gonna freak me out. Our long story short, because we don't want to dwell on this, our main sewer line flooded our basement, which if you know anything about sewer water, it's gross.
Yeah. So we got poopy
if there's
basement.
One thing you know, it's
It doesn't. There's no poop, but like
there's no poop in it, but there's poopy water on the floor.
There was poopy water on the floor. It dried up.
It's dried up. Yeah. So basically we have to get rid of some of our belongings. We have to like rip out all the floors. We have to rip out some of the walls because it's soaked up into there. It's a whole thing.
Somebody asked me on Tuesday, at this point, what are the pros of being a homeowner?
I did see that, and I thought it was quite cruel.
It was honestly rude. If it was one of you,
rude.
Get
out of here.
No, but it feels like everything at once is happening at once.
Everything everywhere all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once. That movie title was so right.
So right.
So right. So wrong.
Yeah.
And obviously the last episode that you saw of us was us celebrating that our sperm donor had been chosen. And since then, we have absolutely kicked shit into high gear. He actually has done 2 donations already.
Crazy.
I don't know if he's doing more.
I think he has one more. I think he does 3 this week.
Poor guy.
Blood tests, all kinds of tests. Basically, we found out that he was going away out of the country for a month and a half at the end of this month. So we had basically a week to get done the therapy that we have to do on our own, with him, on his own. The contracts written up by 2 different lawyers. All of his testing done. Like, it was crazy. We had to schedule all of this in a matter of like days.
And he's such perfect angel baby that he literally just did it all. No complaints.
So proactive.
Even though he literally is leaving on Thursday for a month, he's like not complaining, and he's...
I know, I almost said that to him, but I was like, I don't want to stress him out. But I almost said, like, if this were me, I'd be so overwhelmed that I think he leaves on Friday and he has like another appointment on Thursday. And I was like, I'd be like, no, I can't. I have to pack.
You know what's so insane?
What?
Right now, the sperm that makes our children could be
in the world
at that bank.
I know.
Where
I keep thinking
donated.
About that. He texts us
in
the morning.
You keep thinking about his sperm, you spermy freaky focus on spermy girl. You freaking spermerton, dude.
He texts us. He texts us in the morning. We were like still in bed because he's on the East Coast. Or well, I guess Midwest, whatever. You guys don't need to know where he is. And he texts us that he had just done his first donation, which is just so funny. But immediately I was like, oh my God, like half the DNA to our kid has begun.
But guys, through the sperm seed scout thing that we're using, they require / either highly recommend and or require that you get therapy, that you do these certain therapy sessions. And the first therapy session was today, and then he had one right after us. So the first one was just me, Cam, and the therapist. The second one was Sperm Daddy.
You almost said
Sperm Daddy and the therapist.
Sorry, our brains are very all over the place. We keep saying that we feel like our brains are melting. Is that the term we were using?
Yes.
So yes, if it's hard to follow along with us today, I apologize.
His nickname is SD, Sperm Daddy. So if we need to ever refer to him, you can use SD.
Well, SD.
SD had his with the therapist, and then on Thursday we all go together.
Yeah.
And it's like gonna be so cool to go to therapy with someone that like I don't know.
Yeah.
But we will know him for the rest of our life.
It's such a weird combo of like incredibly intimate but also private of we don't know each other that well.
Are you going to tell him how much you've been thinking about his sperm?
Yes, absolutely.
What if you kicked off the call, babe? And she's like, what do you guys want to spend the day talking about? And you go, ma'am, I have not stopped thinking about SD's sperm. I think about it every day, every night.
I think she would say that's normal. She'd be like, yes. You spent a lot of money for it, so totally fine.
I think she would be like, tell me more about what you're thinking about. And then you're like, honestly, just the way.
Okay, you're grossing me out. We're moving on. But yeah, this week has just been so funny because it's just so much going on with like project managing. Oh, we had a business idea. If anyone wants to make it, we're not going to do it. We always have to deal with like multiple people when we're doing a home project. It's like, especially when something goes wrong. We have our plumber. We have like the insurance people. We have the water restoration people. There's like 5 different people for this one issue.
Yeah.
Which I get it. You want an expert at each thing. It happens. But there's never a project manager for all of it. So there's been times where companies come here, but they can't do something because the other step hasn't been completed, which one, it would take 2 seconds for them to pick up the phone and ask us, but they just show up. And that wastes our time, their time, everyone's time and money. Time is money. Money
time
is power.
Money is time. Money is sperm. Sperm is money. Money is sperm in the bank. Sperm bank.
True.
Sperm bank. Slapping the willy. Spermy wormy.
Oh my god. But there needs to be somebody who creates a business.
Your ability to move on is incredible.
I have to. I'm the one with ADD, but you, I think we need to reevaluate.
No, I'm everywhere at once.
Oh my god. Anyways, back to what I'm trying to say. My wife is driving me crazy. Someone needs to start a company where they are just project managers and they coordinate all of this. They handle it all. They save everyone money by not wasting time. So then like their fee is basically covered and your stuff gets done quicker, better.
Beautiful, honey.
Yeah, it'd be really nice, but
until then, we are melting, and that is all that we can do. So,
but it really is moments like this where I'm like, we really nailed it on this partnership.
I agree. I feel like you're such a good partner.
Yeah.
Like,
I
word,
love you through this so much more.
But that word really makes so much sense in times like this where
it's
I'm like,
the shit that you don't want to do that you realize you're with the right person.
You're my fucking homie, brother.
You're my homie, my guy.
I love it. I'm just proud of us, and I'm proud of our ability to like respect what each other is good at and what the other is not good at. And then also like, I normally work in the basement. That's where I am all day, and I'm on a lot of calls. Like, just the nature of my job is that I'm on calls
chit-chatting all day,
all the time. And Cam has maybe a call or 2 a week. Like, that's just, we have different. So me working on like our main level, I think that's part of why my brain is so exhausted, is I'm like seeing so much.
That's why I can't get work done, because when I'm on the main level,
it's insane.
Like I see the dogs, anyone who comes to the door, if there's a mess in the house, like I can't focus.
I don't know
how. That's why it's so important to have like one space that's your workspace.
But I've just been so thankful that like you've been so, like, I'll text her and be like, can you get Frankie's barking when I'm like in a call or whatever, or you have gone down to the basement to like handle something. And I'm just super thankful. You've been awesome this week, so thank you. I love you too.
Yeah, I feel like that's super
You're my partner.
helpful. You're my partner.
You're my
I feel like that's helpful for people to hear like how you lean into your strengths, and then like you are so good at keeping it light, keeping it fun. And I don't think you should always have to be the person who carries that, because that's a lot of pressure too. Like, sometimes you want to be stressed out and break down.
Yeah.
And I know you have those moments. And I, like, also want to be lenient whenever you are wanting to break down and not deal with it. Then I want to step it up, because you're usually so good at that. And
Thanks.
I feel like I'm normally the one, like, overseeing it and talking to people. So then I feel like you can be lenient with me when there's a time where I'm like, I don't want to handle this. I can't handle this right now.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we have struck such a good balance, and not just a balance of like, this is your role, this is my role, we are malleable, but also like knowing when the other person needs a little help and assistance. And it just feels so good.
Yep. I'm
I
proud
just
of
feel
us.
like we've gotten so good at that. And like,
What's something I could be doing better this week?
Like I mentioned today, because our house is in disarray, which if you're watching on video, we are recording outside because we literally cannot be in there right now.
Yeah, madness.
Melting. There are things that are out of our control, with everything out of the basement, stuff in the dining room, stuff in my office, that I think it's easy to let go our own messes. Yeah. Because it's just like, what's a little extra mess in the grand scheme of messes? So keeping up with like getting your dishes put away, like the things that we can control, keeping together, controlling those, I think helps keep the chaos to a minimum.
I appreciate that.
But I think that's all I would say.
I can do that.
You've been incredible.
I can do that.
I love you.
Love you too.
Anything I can do to help make this chaotic time a little easier?
I think that when I just need like silly, goofy fun, if you could just be
lean in,
ready for it. Yeah.
You're ready for it. Yeah.
Because my work week is really bad too.
Yeah.
Not bad, just a lot is happening this week.
Yeah.
And
it's a lot.
And like the cards, like there's like things that are just humming, and it's a lot at once. Mm-hmm. And I like this side of me less. Like I don't like when I feel not my normal, like, silly, goofy, spermy self. Yeah. And and I just
I don't like you as much when you're not your spermy self either.
I know you don't. We're gonna talk about that on Thursday with the therapist, with the spermapist. And I just appreciate when you lean in and like play with me. Yeah. When I'm like extra like that. Play with you. Do it then, bro. Let's go.
No, but totally. It's like you have to. It's so easy to get caught up in these moments where we're like, is the timing gonna work with the baby stuff? Like, how much is this gonna cost in here? Yeah. At the end of the day, it's all happening. We can't stop the overwhelming stuff, the bad stuff, the anxiety-inducing stuff happening. Yeah. All we can control is how we move through the periods in between it. Like, the day is done with that stuff. Yeah. We can sit here. We can go out to dinner. Yesterday we grilled. It was so nice.
So fucking sick, bro.
We had just dealt with all the chaos from the day, and they were like, should we go get some propane? We were out of propane for our grill. Go to the grocery store. Like, we didn't want to run more errands. But we were like, you know what? Let's just do it. And it was so nice. And I'm so glad we did. And then we had a little edible.
Y'all. So for Father's Day, I thought it would be funny to get my dad and my brother edibles, because like we're all trying to cut back on alcohol. Alcoholism like runs in my...
I'm drinking a kin right now.
On my dad... Before we go get margaritas. But
okay, no one needed to know that.
Alcoholism runs in my dad's side of my family. And so me and my brother that's from my dad's side and my dad are all just like, every once in a while we like kick it into high gear, and we're like, let's figure out different things to do and different ways to relax.
Half of it, it's a reminder of like, I'm not an alcoholic, because this is not something that I need. Right. Or like can't let go of. Right. And it's like, it's just more habitual or just enjoying it. Totally. It's not like an addiction. And the other half is like, this isn't healthy, so let's like do a kick.
100%. And we have like cholesterol problems on my dad's side that are...
Yeah, it's like alcohol's not helping anything.
So anyway, I will be enjoying my margarita later. But for now, we bought edibles and these little gummies that we gave to my dad and my brother on Father's Day. And it was so funny because we're all like my niece is there, my niece Mia, who's 7 or whatever.
The smartest 7-year-old I've ever met in my whole life.
Yeah, and we're all sitting around the table and like everybody's opening gifts and stuff. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even think about how I'm going to give this gift. Like,
yeah,
we didn't even talk about it. And I don't know.
None of our stuff was wrapped, by the way, because all our wrapping paper is in our basement. So we just gave them like boxes.
So I literally said, hey, Mia, I have a gift to give Daddy and Papa, and it's an adult gift.
You got to get out of here.
And I need you to go in the other room. And then she went in the other room, and then I gave it to them, whatever. And they were like, oh. And my dad like constantly thinks he's going to lose everything in his life if he has 1 milligram of THC. He just like doesn't. He's so scared of it. But
I know, I don't think he'll ever actually do it.
Anyway, all to say, we bought it for them. Then we came home and then we tried one yesterday, and it was the first time that like I've really done.
Wait, before we go into our experience, so we did that right when we got to the house earlier in the day. We get home and we get a text from my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, Mia's parents, and they said the second we left, Mia was like, so what did Auntie Taryn show that I couldn't see? Yeah. Like she'd been thinking about it all day long.
I don't know what she said. I
think they were like,
I don't know what they said.
It's an adult thing.
It wouldn't have been like a big deal because like we drink around her or whatever. It was just that like they're gummies, so I didn't want to have to explain like that's like
she
a kid
can't have it. Yeah.
treat.
Well, also it's like it wasn't you. You didn't want to make the decision that it was okay for her to see and then have to explain. Like, that's her parents if they want to explain what weed is to her at 7.
Yeah. And, like, we're really protective of what we share with her anyway. Like, she doesn't know that we're together. Just kidding. We're so lucky that we can be out, too. That's so lovely.
We were talking to the therapist today about how incredible kids are. Like, so many times people make an argument against any situation, typically with like same-sex parents or like using a donor, of like, well, won't the kid be confused? And it's like, no, you're confused because you add so much to it. It's not complicated. Like, if you're sharing information with your kid and they grow up knowing, they're never confused. They always understand, oh, I have 2 moms. And then once they get old enough, they're gonna and know about DNA and how sex works, they're gonna be like, oh, obviously I couldn't come from both my moms, so I know this. Like, kids are very smart and very perceptive. We make things so convoluted and confusing. The kids are not confused. The kids are fine.
The kids are always fine.
The kids are fine. Like, I don't know how much Brett and Jana have had to explain to Mia.
Yeah, I don't know
that we're gay. She's just like, those are my aunties.
Them
They're together. I was a flower girl in their wedding.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think one of them's gonna end up with a man. Like, I totally know what's going on here. What? She knows we're having a baby. She's been there when we talk about the sperm donor. Like,
yeah,
she knows.
What was your edible experience? Just to close the loop on that.
Amazing.
Yeah, you were having So she was euphoric. She was experiencing true
dabble
joy.
Often because I have a couple times in my life. I have asthma, so smoking anything like. I got so sick one time from smoking a hookah. Yeah. Literally, it gave me COVID, I think.
Poor baby.
But
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I smoked it.
Gave me COVID.
I know.
That's false news. That's fake news.
No, I think it did. That restaurant, like, wasn't sanitary. Anyways, my lungs can't handle it from having asthma. And then anytime I've had an edible, they've been more intense. So then I just, like, freak out. I get so anxious. It doesn't make me feel good being around people. I feel so overwhelmed. And I feel like because it was such a low dose, I was as happy as could be. Mm-hmm. All my worries for the day, like, went away. I felt like I had, like, 1 drink, calmness level. My head felt a little floaty. I felt very light. And then we played a game. I felt, like, a little silly. Yeah. And then I felt tired. And we watched Love Island, and I, like, sunk into the couch. And I just felt great. Went upstairs, passed out, slept so hard all night, woke up ready to go. I felt really good.
And now she's had like 6 gummies today. You've lost her.
I wish.
Yeah, you loved it.
It was incredible.
I think I liked it too. I think I did like it. It's just I'm so aware of my body at all times that like it was hard for me to not focus on it. Yeah. Like to not be constantly checking in and being like, what do I feel? What do I feel? Even though I had like half a gummy.
I know, it's so funny. I like kept saying how it feels like the moment right before you realize you're a little tipsy and you're like, oh, I don't feel like it's being tipsy at all. I'm like, no, it's not the same feeling, but it's like that level of calm, light, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
You're so aware of your body and how you feel that you're able, like, I'm not even able to describe it. I'm like, I just feel a little different and good. You're like, oh, it's here and my head feels this and my body feels this. Like, you're so specific.
So I just need to do it a couple more times because I did enjoy it overall. I just like was in my head, and I would like to do it again when I'm not constantly fixating on how it'll feel.
Yeah.
That's how I was with my first drink. That's how I am with anything that I try for the first time. I'm like, do I like this? Do I like this? Do I like this?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
No, it's just like, that's, you know yourself, you know your body, you know your brain.
Do be what it do be.
Oh my gosh. I feel like that 1 hour therapy session with that woman, like, opens so many doors. Like,
tell me, what?
Well, her even, I don't know if you want to talk about it, but like, the acronym she was talking about.
She said that she thinks I'm a highly sensitive person, and I agree. But
she explained the acronym and like what it all means.
We'll do another episode on this once I read the book.
Okay.
Because
amazing.
I'd like to read the book, learn about myself a little more, see if I do agree. Because I do think that I am that.
Yeah, she was just like...
Any other HSPs in the house? HSPPs? Holy fuck.
Whoa.
I have some things to share with you.
What's up, baby? What you got for me?
And for the PPs.
I don't even know what all I wrote down.
Honks are barks.
Honks are barks.
A honk is a car barking.
Yeah. So next time you go to like honk at someone, like, and that's why I like, sometimes it's a little warning of like, ruff, ruff, like, I'm here, like, careful.
Yep.
But if you have road rage and you're like laying on your horn, just think of yourself going like, rah, 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 rah,
it is that.
I wish people had to do that instead. No one would do it. They'd be so, well, some people would.
Out your window.
Yeah.
Love that. Secondly, Chapel Roan, you guys, the PPs were 1000% right. I'm obsessed with her. I love her. Her music is perfect.
I've been telling you.
I know, but people kept asking me, did you go on the Chapel train? Did you go on the Chapel train? You ready for something exciting that you don't even know?
Yes. You did some Chapel research?
One of our friends wrote one of Chapel's songs on the album. Eric wrote Coffee. Have you listened to Coffee?
What?
Eric wrote that.
I didn't know that.
I'm sure with Chapel, but...
You're right. I didn't know that.
Isn't that so fun?
Wait, that's sick.
And Steven told me that right when I had just finished listening to it. And I was like, okay, not me having a connection into the Albie.
Whoa.
Right?
Wait, that's so cool.
Yeah. Well,
go, Eric.
There's that.
Wow. Thank you for sharing.
I have more.
Go.
My
please.
list is... I wrote every...
Wait, to go with your honking
Tell
is
me.
barking. You and I were talking about this, so I just need to share with the peepees. Golden doodles are humans. Like,
they're so freaky.
they're wearing, like, a dog suit.
Yeah.
Like, even the, like, around their eye. Like, you know when you have a mask on and you can tell, like, where it detaches from your face? That's what golden doodles look like.
When you have a mask on and you
like,
can...
you know if you put a mask on and, like, it has
What
eye
kind of
holes?
mask?
Like, any kind of, like, thing that has eye holes. Like a Halloween mask that, like, your eyes are... Like, it's, like, cut out.
I see.
And you can see, like, where your eyeball is and where the mask skin is.
Okay, I see.
I feel like golden doodles have that.
They're so
I swear
scary.
you could... Like, there's a zipper.
They're so scary.
They're so scary. And I read...
I'm happy that they exist, but this is how I feel.
The reason why people get them... First of all, hyperallergenic dogs are not a real thing. It's fake news. But...
Is it actually? Or are you just saying that?
No, it's fake. But the reason why people really like golden doodles is because they don't have fur. They have hair.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know that that's, like, true, but I saw that somewhere, that it's hair.
Oh, we do have
And it makes sense.
a thing to correct that we've said on a previous episode.
Uh-oh, what did we lie about?
Well, you said that
What did I lie about?
the mental health comes from the father's side.
Yes. And our therapist said she has not heard that.
And she would know
She
that
would know.
of everyone else.
She would 100% know.
So she said she's never heard that.
equally from both sides.
Equally from both sides. So that's
So it
that's
does
fake news.
come from the father's side, but no more than the mother's side.
When I was driving to softball the other day,
Yeah.
you weren't in my car with me. I was alone.
Yes.
I was vibing out to Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
And
What song? Do you know?
I think HOTTOGO. Hot to go. Let me spell it.
I love that you spelled it. Do the dance.
Someone was driving next to me.
Where you
and
going?
I was really having fun.
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to psych myself up. It was after all the basement stuff happened. We had this
you're
game.
like, I need to get in the right mindset.
I was like
for this.
freaking vibing out.
Yeah.
And I look ahead, and the car that had just passed me, the girl's putting down her window, and she's going like this. which is me putting my thumbs up and like really excited. But she acted like she knew who I was at first. Like I thought she was a friend or something. Like
No,
it was like
she
she
was
was trying
just
to
like,
talk to me.
I love
And
travel
then I
too.
think she was just excited. But then I didn't know how to act because we pulled up to the light together.
Oh no, right next to each
And
other.
I'd like to know what you do in this situation. We pulled up right next to each other, and like it was so much easier for her and I to have that exchange like at a diagonal, like when she was like in front of me and I didn't have to like confront her
so
side to
close.
side
Yeah,
as
yeah,
peers.
Yeah.
But then once we were there, I was like, I don't want to keep I'm not going to put on a show for you, but that's who
Not getting
that's
paid
who
for
I
this.
am to you.
Yeah.
She just saw me and thought, you're the cool girl dancing. That's so fun. You're in your car alone. You're vibing out.
Yeah.
But now that you can really see me,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So I didn't.
I typically tone it down when I'm at a light anyways.
In
my natural state.
yeah.
But I think it'd be quite natural to be like, H-O-T-T-O-G-O, yeah, and then you pull up and you stop and you're just like,
That's what I did. But also my move is never to go exactly next to them.
oh no, you stay a little back.
Once I interact with someone on the road, I'm never getting next to them again.
No, and it's easy. It only takes a few inches to be just out of their
Just
eyesight. You know?
And I like fidget. I like look at other things that I can play with in my car.
I feel like when I lock eyes with somebody, whether it be like
Whoa, lock eyes. Okay,
out-
cheating on me.
whether it be like out in the wilderness or like in a car, like, you know, whenever you just like realize you're being perceived and you're not like walking through a Target.
This is a new thing everyone's talking about. Realize I'm being perceived.
Yeah, it's not fun. But
what is that?
just like you're being perceived.
I know,
people.
but why is everyone chatting about being perceived all of a sudden?
I don't know. 'Cause
It's new. It's cool. It's trendy.
We've been always being perceived and not perceived. Nothing new.
No, but no one's
People
been
are chatting about it.
people
a
are
lot.
chatting about it.
Yeah. I don't know. Someone said it and it stuck. But I don't know. I feel like no one else is experiencing this because everyone else looks incredibly natural. But I feel like I don't know how to exist once I realize I'm being perceived. Like, I'm like, what do my hands normally do? Like, how do I swallow? Like, my body does not know how to function once I'm being perceived.
That's very surprising to me to hear from you because I do feel like I feel you being perceived by other people in like certain situations, like at Futch or at Angel City, like the little after party or whatever.
That's
like
different. When it's someone I know is perceiving me because they know me.
Oh.
If I'm feeling that, then I'm just like, ooh, I don't want to assume someone knows who I am, but I also know sometimes people get nervous and I want them to feel comfy to come up. So I'm like I try to be like open to that if I feel like somebody is noticing me.
But what about from afar? You can feel, like I can feel when someone is perceiving you.
I don't normally notice.
Okay.
I'm pretty
It's me
unobservant
being an
with
HSP.
that. Huh?
It's me being an HSP.
Exactly. I don't normally notice those situations.
Okay.
I more so mean a stranger, and like I'm having to. I'm walking down
Your
the
mic's a
street.
little far. Sorry.
My mic was a little far. Sorry, guys. I'm walking down the street. And
I'm walking here.
Someone's coming towards me,
Yep.
and I'm like, I want to look straight, but you're there, so I don't want to look at you. I don't know how to move my body anymore. Am I walking normal? Am I, like, do I look at my phone? Like, I instantly feel so uncomfortable and
You
forget how to
actually
work my body.
in your head feel that?
Oh, incredibly.
Like you're going like, what do I do with my hands?
Yeah, I'm like, why do I feel so awkward? Do I hold my bag here? Do I look here?
Do you ever feel awkward
What am
with
I
me
doing?
anymore?
No, never.
Not at all. Not even 1%. Like anything make you feel awkward around me, or that you feel kind of like, oh, what do I do right now?
No.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I don't think I have that with you.
Yeah. As somebody who feels awkward often, even around people that I'm very close with, like friends, family, I can feel awkward so quick. No, I don't with you, which is another reason why for a long time I think I was like serial monogamous, which wasn't just relationships, it was with friendships. I loved having one best friend. I was happy to have other friends, but I think because it takes a lot for me to get very comfortable with somebody and to open up and feel that, but I love that feeling.
Okay.
It was so much easier for me to like only have that one best friend I tell everything to. have a partner that I do. I think, yeah, because I love not feeling my natural state of awkwardness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's probably Frankie, no. I think that's probably a universal experience. People want to not feel weird.
Yeah.
You want to get into comfort with someone.
Yeah.
That's when you know that you've made real friendship with someone. Is like, you're like, I haven't felt awkward in a minute with you.
I used to be able to notice it. It was like my parameter of if I liked someone or not, like as a friend, not as romantically.
Yeah.
Because
don't, Frank.
Oh, Frankie's slobbering,
he's slobbering
everywhere.
on my leg.
Why are you slobbering?
Baby.
What's that all about,
it's kind
baby?
of grossing me out.
He's like, it's time for dinner. Okay, Bubby, you might need to get off.
Off. Oh my God.
He's not doing it.
Okay.
He's just gonna have to
he's
take
like
a slobber.
literally, guys, repeatedly.
It's just like dripping.
Slobbering
and he doesn't
on my
normally
leg.
do that unless he like sees
Baby,
food.
can you get off me? It's scaring me.
Did you eat something? It's
scaring you. It's so wet. Off.
I used to be like, I'd always say it's because I'm a Pisces, but I think it's just like way deeper than that. But I used to kind of like pick and choose how I acted around people when I met them. Like I would quickly assess them and where I could connect with them. It wasn't that I was like pretending to be someone I wasn't, but I would like pick the parts of me that I knew. And I think we all do this to a degree when you're trying to get to know somebody.
Yeah.
But I would see myself like kind of putting on a show, and then I would leave those hangouts exhausted.
Yeah.
They would think I was the best fucking person ever.
Yeah.
But I was like, I was just mirroring what you wanted to see. That wasn't me. That was the parts of me that I knew you wanted.
Interesting.
But then they'd be like, oh my God, that was so natural and easy. Like, we should be best friends. And I was like, no, we can't. That was exhausting.
You're like, no, I can see you literally once a year.
I actually would never want to talk to you again. No, it's
again.
nothing against you, but like,
Yeah.
And then I would randomly and like far and few between, I would meet somebody where I wouldn't even notice, but I'd leave the hangout realizing I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
And I was just totally being myself and totally comfortable and be like, wow, that was the best ever. But now I'm like, were those people just doing the same thing I was doing?
Whoa.
Imagine. And I'm like, we're best friends, we have to hang out. And they're like, no, literally, we can never hang out again. That was exhausting.
That's actually really funny.
Imagine.
Maybe.
I
love that we'll never know.
We'll never know. No, because usually those people say the same thing to me, like how great it was, and then actually do follow up. So I think they do love me. I hope, but we'll see.
I'm really having a hard time focusing.
I mean, Taryn's under a waterfall. Frankie, he is like hacking up a lung on her. There we go. Yeah, you're gross. Like, you're gonna need to change.
Like
drips of slobber all over
literally a waterfall. Well, that's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
I have a funny thing for the peepees.
What?
On my softball team, I don't know who this softball team all came together, but it's like kind of some industry people.
Yeah.
Or like everyone is loosely related to the industry somehow, and I think different teams are different industries. So I think
the entire league. I thought it was just y'all's team.
No, the league, because remember, what's his head? Peter Malark is in it, but on a different team.
Yes. Yeah, it's like whoever started it must have been like in the industry, and then like it's just word of mouth.
Yes, and then it has spread. And so our team, I think, are people in music.
Yeah.
But nobody, I don't know the guys. I'm not like super comfy enough with the guys to know, so I just pick up on like little conversations. But there's this guy on the team that is like so perfect looking.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered about him. And he told me that I was MVP of this last game. I absolutely fucking crushed.
My star.
Literally, you would have been so proud of me. Everyone's cheering for me.
I am so proud of you.
My jersey says T-Money, and everybody's like, yeah, T-Money.
So cute.
And his wife was there at the game. And I remembered that I had looked this up. He was on One Tree Hill for a long time. I don't remember his name, but for the One Tree Hill fans, I know that's
exciting.
OTH fans are crazy. So his name's Scott Hollerod or something. He was on One Tree Hill, and his wife is also, I met his wife the other night, and I was like, oh my God, she looks so familiar. She was like the mom
she was the older sister in What I Like About You.
Yes.
Amanda Bynes.
Yes.
She like becomes her guardian.
But then she was the mom in like a Disney show that we were too old for. But I bet some of our peepees might have.
I don't know.
Who knows? It was called like Ricky, Dicky, Don, and Snicky or something like that.
I'm really bad with actors and celebrities' names, but I can be like, oh, I know their face. It's like whenever you're watching a movie and you're like, oh, I've seen them.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, they're in something. It's like, well, obviously they're an actor. Of course, you're literally watching them in something.
Dude, that reminds me of the Gallagher.
The what?
Gallagher. The girl that we met at.
Yeah.
That was kind of funny
we keep
story.
Seeing like
relatives of celebrities. Yeah. We met this girl at a party and she said something about how her dad's an actor and we were like, oh, what is he in? And she's like, a show called The OC. And we were like,
it was so funny. We were joking
OC?
after and we're like, not you pretending like people wouldn't know that. And she's like, yeah, but what an asshole I'm gonna be and sound like if I'm just like blatant about it. She's like, oh, I don't know, have you ever heard of? And I'm like, oh my god, you don't have to do that. She was so sweet, but we were so like great. I don't know how we didn't place her sooner because I've never seen someone look more like their parent
100%.
in my entire life. They have the same face, but like
he's
a pretty man and she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
Woman.
She's a pretty
girl. But it's so funny because I'm like, but you have the identical face. Like you stole his face.
It's the Cohen dad.
Yes.
Peter Gallagher.
Yeah. He is one of those characters where it's like you see their face and it's so like calming.
Yes.
Like when you saw Joel from Parenthood.
Oh, fuck.
Like there's people with like a certain voice or a face when they're like a father figure or a mother figure in a movie or show where somehow it feels like you're like seeing an old relative that you haven't seen in a while. And then I have to remind myself I don't know this person.
That's how I felt seeing Joel at that coffee shop all the time. I was like, you've changed my life. You're so important to me. You're my family.
You're so important to
me. You're so important to me. And to me, or to him, I'm just like a little
nobody.
Twerp. Oh, Frank's kind of gagging.
He probably ate a plant.
He's absolutely struggling.
Guys, well, aren't we all?
Do I have anything else on my list for vibing. You? Or do we do a short epi?
Well, oh my god, we didn't get a story for this week.
That's okay. We're really falling apart and I just need everybody.
Wait, I have a fucked up question for you.
Tell me.
I saw it on TikTok, so this is my TikTok segment of the week.
Tell me.
Even though probably everything that I said today was. If your house is burning and you can only save 2 of the following 4 things,
okay,
which 2 are you saving? Your wife, your mother-in-law, your dogs, or $20 million? Is that not the hardest question?
Why do I have $20 million in cash in my house? That's so weird. I'm an idiot.
Well, I think it's like...
I'm jumping in the fire.
I know. I'm going down with all of it.
No.
I can't pick.
What would you do?
I'm sacrificing myself in place for you, my mother-in-law, and the dogs.
No,
I'm
you
giving
can't
myself
choose
3 things.
You can't. And be honest.
Okay.
Like my mother-in-law and your mother-in-law, in the thick of it, you would see Riggy, Frankie, and me.
So the hard thing is, if I'm like going, this is so real, I'm in this moment.
Yeah.
In my mind, your young, abled body, where I'm like, you don't really need my help. I'd say, Taryn, get Riggy or Frank.
Yeah.
I will get the other, and let's make sure your mom's okay.
No, but we're all conked out because of the flames. We're all like.
I think.
Would you leave the dogs?
Like the 20 million is off the table. Obviously. That's not even a question.
Gone.
That's like insane. But I saw somebody, it was like a street video, people asking.
Yeah.
And it's all of these guys, it was like never, like they were always saving like money and like sometimes dogs. Like most of them were like, I can get a new wife.
That's just someone being silly. That's not real.
It was dumb.
No one would do that.
I think in the moment, I don't know. I want to say it would just be you and your mom. Because it's like, those are the 2 people. If you guys are actually knocked out.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I sit there and I see our sweet baby angel dogs who I like never knew I could love something so much.
Yeah. And they're like your children.
Yeah. And I'm like, and they weigh less. I could probably pick them up.
You saying you can't pick my mom up?
I'm just saying. Riggy, all 50 pounds of her, I can handle that.
100%.
Frank, 100 pounds even is pushing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, I think that in the moment, it would be very hard to see human dogs and not save the humans first.
Yes. Like, I'm like, you would never forgive me if I let your mom die in there, and I would never let her die. Like, that's
true.
what's so tough about this. It's like, yeah, this obviously would never happen because...
What if you choose the dogs instead of the mother-in-law, and then you get $20 million because of you made that choice?
Wait, what? Why would you get $20 million?
It was like some twisted thing from PETA.
The inheritance.
PETA did it.
They're like, brave woman lets her mother-in-law die to save her puppies.
And then they give you $20 million.
You become, like, famous.
What, does that change your answer?
No, it does not change my answer.
$40 million?
No. There's no money in the world that could that would make me, like, not save your mom. Like,
what if my mom said, take the money, Cam? Like, she woke up from the fire and all you see is her little face in the rubble.
No,
and she goes, take the money.
You know your mom, that's not what she would say. She'd be like, how dare you save me and not your dogs?
That's what she would say.
That's what your mom would be mad. She'd be like, she wouldn't be able to live with herself that I, like, had to sacrifice the dogs to save her.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So she's basically saying, take the money.
Take the dogs. There's no money.
No, you get the money.
No, honey, you changed the
I
role.
did change
You're
it.
not allowed. You get mad when I change the roles.
No, this is a new game. We're playing a new game.
No.
Called If You Take the Wife and the Dogs.
If you kill your mother-in-law, you get $20 million.
You don't kill her.
Basically.
No. This is
You
an
allow her to
unfortunate situation. No. This is an unfortunate situation. There's a fire. You're in California. Fires happen.
No.
I'm saying no.
No, because you can't change the scenario.
I'm not changing it. This is a different rule. Whatever.
No, I just think that is like the craziest thing. And I just think it's so funny that the 20 million is even an option.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I told you.
What?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
Who
right
are you
now
saving?
or the game? We're back on the game.
Yeah, did you answer?
Yeah. I think I'd take the humans.
Not you going, what am I doing right now?
I don't know.
Yeah, baby. What are you doing? What are you up to, honey?
I didn't get it.
Here,
Yeah, I said I'd do the humans. Riggins.
She can't get
Our
on.
dogs are just...
We're gonna have to end this epi short, and I'm very sorry that this was a little all over the place and chaotic, but...
You guys, I really feel as if you're on the couch with us, because this is what you would be getting if you were. Yeah, lay down. Just be. Just be yourself.
Just be.
Just be.
Oh, guys.
Oh, there's a new gay show on Hulu that I saw that's like
What is
a gay men dating show.
I honestly don't care to watch that.
Excuse me.
I'm like...
Over gay men.
Over gay
I knew you were going to say that.
I'm not over them, but I'm like, this is the year of the lesbian.
No, literally the lesbians are thriving. We're so lucky.
Yeah.
We're so happy. We're so thriving.
Listen, the queer community has been centered around gay men for so long.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't need a show about y'all. I just don't. I can go to WeHo and
and watch a show.
Watch it myself. I'm just like,
can I ask you a question
lesbian,
then?
and I'm glad that the word lesbian has been fully reclaimed. I feel like I've spent years not like having internalized homophobia around the word, because for some reason it felt like sexualized or like a slur.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I am a lesbian. I'm so proud about it. And I love it. Do you like the word? You don't know yet because you just don't know how to identify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
I feel like I am...
I gotta hide my dogs.
Dude, you've had your dogs out all night.
I know.
They've been barking. They've been honking.
Barking.
Those dogs have been honking.
Let me hide them under you.
Okay. Totos.
I say, oh.
I don't
love
know.
My feet.
I don't know.
You literally were raving about my feet the other day.
Okay.
She was like, your feet are fucking gorgeous. I'm obsessed with them.
Well, you're fucking outing me, bro.
I literally want a framed photo of
Something
them.
about your feet outside is different right now.
That's fair. Like,
I don't know
walking
how
around.
to describe it, but like them being in nature
It's like
is actually
like
not.
dirty.
Yeah, yeah.
I get that.
Like your feet out of a shower, I'm all about.
Like you like them nice and clean. Okay, wait. What were you gonna ask me?
I don't know, bro. Oh.
If you can see my feet.
No, I wanted to know, like, so you're saying you don't feel like you're the lesbians, but then can you explain why you're so obsessed with sperm during this year?
Because as a lesbian, I have to purchase it to make.
No, but why are you thinking about it so much? I hear you in the night.
You're so annoying. I'm over you.
Guys, when we get tired like this and like slippy
We just like to
slappy,
annoy each other.
we just bother the shit out of each other until one of us pushes a little too far. And we're
then
almost
"Not
there.
cool."
We're
And then we're
almost-
like, oops, sorry. And then we go right back to it.
oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I think we're almost there.
We're there.
Your dogs are cold, bro.
I know.
Oh.
Ricky's like, no, I'm not.
Okay.
Okay, that's going to have to.
This has been an absolute pleasure.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry that we came back from our like 2-week hiatus like absolute clowns.
It was one. We took 1 week off.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um,
What you said about that is actually so fair.
Mm.
You know what needs to never have been invented? Slack notifications on your Apple Watch.
I'm sure that you can turn that off.
I know, but I just now I feel like I can't because now I need to know.
You know what should have never been invented? Apple Watches.
Don't say that to
I
me.
hate them.
I love them.
I hate them. They're
My
so
my
distracting.
health is in their hands.
I just think they're like, you could have a health tracker that doesn't like notify you every 5 seconds. So you're like in a conversation, at work.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my wrist every time I say those things.
No,
At
I get
dinner.
that. They are.
Having sex. Just kidding.
I don't wear it when we have sex.
Thank God.
I'm so scared to call someone.
So scared of that too. I
Yeah.
would never let you wear it.
It's like,
That's-
Mom, she's like, I'm in a fire.
Have you ever and the dogs are here. And $20 million.
I killed the dogs. I took the 20. That's my mom.
Have you ever had like a weird butt dial or anything during sex?
No. Have you? You're
think I
you're having like
have.
war flashbacks in
No,
your
I'm like-
eyes. You're seeing things.
I feel like I have, but now I'm like, did I? I have such a bad memory.
That's a great story.
Thanks. Guys.
You guys know I definitely feel like I did, but now I can't remember.
Well, I'm like, was that in a movie or was that my life? Or was it in a song or was it in a book? Oh my God.
Have you been lying to the PP saying that you have memories, but they're just
Maybe.
movies?
Maybe.
That's like that one time that
We got a story written into us, but it was just a plot of a movie.
No, that's like that one time I wrote a school paper that, have I told you this before?
No.
I wrote a school paper and it was like about this like liar that like got really big and this movie exec in Hollywood took my school paper
You're just lying right now.
and turned it into a huge film franchise.
Bullshit.
And
This is such bullshit.
I'm telling you the
This is a plot of a
I'm
movie. What is it?
Big Fat Liar with Frankie Muniz.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
What? With Paul Giamatti?
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Big Fat Liar with
Oh.
Amanda Bynes and Frankie.
Oh, if Amanda Bynes is in it, I've seen it.
Dude, that joke would have slapped with someone who has seen it. I'm so mad.
I'm sure the PVs loved it.
Fuck, bro. How did I get the wife that has never seen Big Fat
I think
Liar?
I've seen, like, is he like in a suit at some point? Like he like goes in.
Yeah, but like
Baby,
he's also
I
in
have a
like
bad
Spy Kids or
memory.
something, right?
Yeah, but what's this have to do with Spy Kids?
He's probably also in a suit in Spy Kids.
Oh,
I don't even think he's in Spy Kids.
he's not.
Crazy
trick
girl
question.
tricked ya.
Okay, let's go to dinner, guys. Thank you for bearing with us. We will hopefully be back next week with like a proper, not kooky episode.
Do you prefer kooky episode over no episode?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Is this
was this a waste
49 minutes?
Was this a waste of your hour of your day? Or was it kind of fun that we got
Let us
kooky?
know, but don't let us know in the reviews.
100%.
Don't let us know in the
Don't
reviews.
let us know in the
You
reviews.
don't you dare. Keep that shit to yourself. But because this is like a one-off. This
You
isn't
can
like
you can
a
do it on
testament.
YouTube.
Yeah, sure. YouTube comments. The Slack. I mean the Discord. We're not on
Yeah.
Slack. This isn't corporate America. I saw a TikTok that this girl who was like, anyone in corporate America, I'm getting a postpartum doula for free through her work because
Oh.
it's like part of it. I sent you.
No, I don't
sent you
have that for sure.
Well, let's just like look into it, and if
Yeah.
not, let's find out a job that does and get it.
we can't afford another change right now.
Well, yeah, we can because it would get us a free doula.
No, I don't mean afford in that sense. I mean for my
Mentally.
mental
Yeah.
like ability to be a functioning
Fair.
PPs,
okay,
we love you.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you again for just staying up with us. I mean, this is what
This
it's
was
like.
like 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was
just
fast.
an hour.
I don't know, but I am sick hungry now.
Me too. We're gonna go eat. We love you guys.
Outside is such a vibe.
It's
We should
so
always
nice out
record
here.
outside.
I wish you guys were here.
I do too.
Like, I
but
wish
also,
we could
you
just, like-
no, you don't.
No, I hate when people are out.
You're such a liar again. You're a big fat liar. Why do you keep lying?
No, bye.
No, you guys, Kimmy never wants people over, but I always want people over.
I don't know. That's not true. You're lying. I do like having people over. I just don't like to have like massive groups of people or people I don't really know well.
How big is massive?
More than 6.
Even 2, I feel like sometimes is a lot.
Yeah.
For you. Yeah.
Well, there's already 4 of us here, so it's like already a lot.
Yeah, she means 6, including the 4 of us. Whatever.
And
Yeah,
then
so
there's
anyway.
your mother, my mother-in-law, and the 20 million. It's kind of crowded. Love you guys.
All right, bitch. Love you.
Bye.
Tumordeck.com.
We need to pay for our basement reno. Patreon/stayinguppod.
Yeah, make sure you become a patron and also buy the Tumor Deck and also Venmo us. And
Do you need my
We're just
PayPal?
kidding.
We take Zelle. Yeah, we are
you know,
kidding.
so cute. PayPal. What a cute name.
PayPal.
You're my PayPal.
I'm gonna pay my pal.
You're not my pen pal. You're my PayPal.
That's adorable. Bye.